What are the top 5 things I wish I did in Australia when I was there? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For those who don't know me, I'm Morgan Luke. I'm a backpacker who's just recently done Australia, New Zealand and Dubai. And today we're going to be talking about the top 5 things I wish I did while in Australia. Before we get any further into it, remember to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. It helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like this kind of stuff on the channel. Videos are not going to be frequent. They're just going to kind of be random at the minute. Me and Luke are trying to work on something again because me and Luke's videos have always done well. So we are working on something again. I can't give you a date on when that's happening, but we're talking. We're talking about doing more together. Because we've already done a podcast episode and now we've done a random video and we are cooking up something else as well. Anyway, let's get straight into this and the top 5 things I wish I did in Australia. Number 5, the Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef was something I always wanted to do while in Australia. It was always something I wanted to do. And I just never got around to it because I never went up to Cairns or even as far north as the Whitsunday Islands or Noosa or even the Sunshine Coast. I never even got that high up in Australia. So I never really got that high. I would have loved to have done it. It was 100% in my itinerary at some point to do it. It's just, unfortunately, I never got round to doing it properly, if you understand what I mean. Like, it was never actually going to be, it was never planned to do it majorly, as in, it was never my intention to not do it. It was always my intention to do it, but just not in that initial 5.5 weeks. That never worked. Number 4, skydiving in Wollongong. So for those who don't know, or for those who haven't watched my vlogs, Wollongong was one of my most favourite places in the entire time of my trip to Australia. It's a little naval town south of Sydney, an hour and a half south of Sydney. Wollongong is an absolute incredible town. Love it to bits. And they do skydiving there with Skydive Australia, and I was 100% planning to do that. At some point, never had any intention of doing it in the first 5.5 weeks. It was going to be after I started working, which obviously never happened. But it was always my intention to do something there and something fun. I thought, why not? First time skydiving, just do it in Aussie. Why not just do it in Aussie and we can see what occurs, what happens, and see if it's actually something I would enjoy doing. Because skydiving has always seemed something that looks scary, but probably once you do it, it's fine. And I was always ready to do that. Number 3, surfing. I would love to have learned how to surf in Sydney. That was something I 100% was willing to learn how to do. And it just never happened. As I said, it just never happened that way. It unfortunately never happens. It never happens the way you want it to happen. I was so close when I was in that time period where I was deciding between going to New Zealand or strengthen it out in Australia for another week. There was so much in me going, pack it in, go to New Zealand, which is obviously what I did. However, another part of me was going, if you stay here another week and a half in Australia, you can knock out one more of the things you wanted to do, which was learn how to surf. I would have absolutely loved learning how to surf in Australia, and I think it would have been a tremendous experience if I had learned how to surf in Australia. Unfortunately, as I said, it doesn't happen as you want it to, but it would have been cool. It would have been really interesting and cool to learn how to surf while in Australia. Number 2, actually hold a koala. That was something that was quite big on my agenda. I obviously, from the pictures, I did definitely pet a koala. And I met a koala named Hugo from Brisbane Koala Sanctuary. I did that. Obviously, I've spoke about that many times here on this channel. There's an entire vlog of it. But, yeah, it just kind of, I would have rather, hug one. Which I believe they do in Australia Zoo, which is the Steve Irwin Zoo. But they didn't do it in the Koala Sanctuary I went to. So basically Brisbane knocked out a bunch of these. Brisbane derailed the entire trip. That is also another reason why I don't like Brisbane in the slightest, because I have a personal bad experience with it. But obviously that doesn't mean objectively the city is bad. It's just my personal experience has put a downer on this place. Moving on. Excuse me. Moving on. We are going to be moving on to number 1. And the number 1 thing I wanted to do while in Australia was to just travel the continent, travel the country. I wanted to do Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne, Darwin, Brisbane, Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, Byron Bay, etc. I wanted to do all of that, and I basically knocked off 2 off that initial list. But I added one with Wollongong, which I didn't think I'd love as much as I did. Yeah, that was kind of it. It was just travel more in general. Travel the country more. Travel the place more. Travel everything more. And it would have just, I think it would have worked out a hell of a lot better. A hell of a lot better than it would have done otherwise. But anyway guys, that's going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoy. It helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like this kind of stuff on the channel. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.